Good morning, brothers and sisters, lovers, haters, friends and neighbours, ladies and gentlemen, boys, girls and vibrations in the mind of the one true God. What a day to be alive. First of all, I want to give a massive shout out to Ben Bonner. I was up at the crack of dawn this morning watching him headline the Texas card, and I'm absolutely made up for the lad. You know, I think I bust a blood vessel when he was fighting. I fought the whole fight with him. I was up shadowboxing and I was over the moon for him. When they put the strap round him, I must admit it choked me up a little bit. I'm going soft in my old age, and it was just that good. You know, felt really, really good to see him lift that title and win that belt, because that title was never meant for Ben. They never put that title up for Ben. That title was put up for Tony Soto, because they couldn't make the Franco rematch. So like they sort of put that up for Tony Soto, and rightfully so. But it was really good to see Ben upset the apple cart and get him on the deck twice in the first two rounds. And you know, Tony left Tony too much to do, really. I do like Tony Soto a lot. You know, I met him in Marbella, and before I met him in person, I did have the wrong impression about Tony Soto, you know, and that was on me. That was my bad judgment, because when I met him, I liked him immediately. You know, he's good for a laugh, he's got a good heart, he's got good banter, and he means well. Yeah, so, you know, unlucky for Tony Soto, but, you know, this is the game. Someone's got to get chinned, and I'm just made up for Ben Bonner. You know, only the second man from the UK to win a version of a world title, and he deserves it, man. I've got love for him. I'm made up for the lad. Anyways, moving on. Fight week officially underway tomorrow. In the best shape of my life, hands down, by far the best shape of my life. I've been in the gym for the last 10 weeks. Feel very, very confident going into this fight. I did watch Conor's video this morning after the BKFC. He'd put a video on his YouTube on Saturday, maybe yesterday, maybe the day before, and I caught it this morning. It's good to see Conor in a good place. It's good to see him in good spirits and in phenomenal shape. That's good to see. You know, this is the Conor that I want. I want the best version of him. You know, he's got the best version of me. I know we're not the type of fighters to make excuses no matter what happens, but it's just good to know that we're both locking horns when we're both at our best. Even though I'm 40 years old, I really do think this is the best version of me that the BKFC's ever seen. I should have been down here from the start, living the life, instead of fighting at my walk around weight, you know, but we live and we learn. I do think a lot of people are going to get a big surprise on fight night. You know, I know I'm coming in the underdog, and you know, look, the feedback's been mixed, really. We've had a lot of people in the bare knuckle community and some bare knuckle fighters, you know, picking me to win this fight. But in reality, I know I'm going to be a decent underdog. I know stylistically, you know, it's a bit of a nightmare matchup for me. But, you know, this is exactly what I want. This is just what I've been looking for and waiting for, you know, my whole career. I love going to other people's backyards. I love going having straighteners with people where they want it. You know, I want it where they want it, because it's less pressure for me, and I feel like I perform better when, you know, when I'm in that position. But of course, only time will tell. You know, I am made up for Conor. I really am made up for him. You know, that he's got this big fight at the NEC, homecoming. You know, it's what fighters dream of. You know, this moment's what fighters dream of. So, you know, Conor's already made it. You know, he's already made it. He's already a star. You know, not many fighters from the UK get to headline their own show in their own backyard. So, you know, and he deserves it. He's worked hard for it. As have I. You know, I've worked hard to be in this position. I did think I was going to have to come back and have a win or two before they put me in title contention again. But, you know, I'm just blessed. I'm absolutely blessed. I've put the work in for the company, and it's been recognised, you know, and they were struggling finding an opponent for Conor, and I was glad to step in. You know, more than happy to adopt this role and and give the fans, you know, exactly what they want to see. The time for half measures and talk is over. You know, I won't be doing any content or anything this week. I'll just be getting my head in the game, and I'm looking forward to have some fun. You know, that's what I've got to be in the moment in this fight, in the warm-up, in the ring walk, and in the fight itself. I have to be in the present moment. I have to enjoy it because I love to fight. You know, I absolutely love to fight, and I'm going to have me some fun. You will see, I am going to have me some fun. You know, you never know when it's going to be your last fight in the BKFC, and if this is my last fight, you know, I am going to have me some fun. Thank you everybody that showed support, everybody that's bought tickets. We've done a couple hundred tickets made up. You know, thank you everybody, all the lovers and the haters for that matter. You know, I've got to give a big thank you and extend my courtesy to everybody. You know, I see certain things and read certain things by people who aren't very polite, you know, and it just spurs me on really. It just makes me want to do more. It makes me want to run further, do more rounds, you know, and that stuff really spurs me on. So, you know, thank you everybody who gives me shit as well. I did see Conor addressing a few people. That's how it is. Welcome to YouTube, Conor. But you know, Conor's a big boy and he knows what he's doing, and as do I. So may the best man win, and you know, roll on next week. I've got a little spar today. It won't be a heavy one. I had a few rounds yesterday with a good lad, Ben Lowe. I've got another tall lad coming today, Dan McGraffin, and that's it. You know, all the hard work's done. You can't get any fitter in a week. It's not about pushing myself in fight week. I've got the weight cut perfect. I've got about 13 pound to come off. I'll do that. I'll start that tomorrow with a water cut, £2 a day, not a problem. You know, I'll take a couple off on fight morning. It's going to be absolutely fine. I'm going to breeze it. Like I said, this is where I should have been from the start. So only time will tell. It's in God's hands now. May the best man win. Bye bye for now.